believe it or not, is a set of knives. And I know that these don't look like any knives that you have ever seen in your life. I know it. They're very, very different. But you know what? When you see how the way that they rock and roll, no pun intended, actually they've got they're sheathed right here so that when you're not using them, you don't have to worry about cutting yourself because they each come along with their own sheath. But because typically when you're cutting, and if you've seen a chef cut, it's like the knife is rolling. And you're thinking, well, how do they get that knife to roll? Because it's a flat knife. How do they get it to roll? It's that rolling motion that allows a chef who really knows what they're doing with a knife to be able to cut very quickly. Now you have that rocking and rolling method built in to the shape of your knife. You're gonna order this one. I'll show you the colors that we've got right here. So we've got them for you in green. And that's gonna be a nice vibrant green. We also have red, and that's gonna be the one right next to it. And that's the red. And then we also have them for you in black. So we have all three colors. And you'll see I took the sheath off, and now the blade is exposed. And you're getting two different blades. One of them is going to be a straight blade, and this is gonna be probably the one that you use most often. But this one, the other one is a crinkle blade. So if you wanted to do your maybe crinkle cut fries or crinkle cut carrots or things of that nature, you now have the shape in order to do that. But when I say rocking, it rocks just like this, okay? So like a traditional knife, you would cut and then move over, cut and move over, cut and move over. With this, you can kind of keep it on the board and you're still cutting as you're moving, but you're rocking back and forth. And I know it's a little bit different, but some of you are saying, okay, where has that been all my life? It's pretty genius. And it really is. Because over the years here at HSN and also watching, you know, the food shows on the food channels, which I love to do, I've kind of picked up a little bit of that rocking motion when I'm cutting. And I like the idea that it allows you to kind of cut a lot easier and faster because you're not having to pick up the knife every time when you're making a cut. So imagine if you're cutting a carrot or a cucumber or a zucchini or something like that, something long. If you have to pick up the knife every time, it can get very tiring and it can make all of that cutting and prep work, you know, sort of the last thing you want to do. But if you didn't have to pick up the knife every time, if you could just roll it right along, you could first off get through your cutting and prepping a lot faster and a lot easier, and it wouldn't be such a chore every time it's time for you to make something. Now, I am a person who likes to make salads a lot, and when you make a salad, you know you've got all of your lettuce and then all of the fixins on the inside. And that's a lot of cutting, and it can take, you know, it can take a little bit of time. So if you can do it faster, you're more likely to get it done and move on. And you're not spending all of your time doing the prep work. And if you're the person who's in the kitchen having to do all of the cutting and all the prep work for your salads or your stir fries or your potato salads or different things like that, then you recognize the need for new innovation and faster and easier use. And that's what you see right here. These are a spring price of $16.95. So you're saving about $8 on these, which is gonna be great. You're getting both of them. You get the solid blade or the straight blade, and you're also gonna get that crinkle blade, and they each come along with their own sheath so that when you're not using them, they snap together and they can stay protected just like that. And then you can put them into the drawer and you don't have to worry about cutting yourself or anybody reaching into the drawer and grabbing hold of that blade because it's always gonna be protected as long as you keep those sheaths on there. So 2 of the black or 2 of the red, which